guys, welcome back to another episode of Okay, I Said Too Much podcast. And this week, I feel like my motto for this week, for this episode is by any means necessary. Okay, I am sitting in my closet at my house. My normal recording setup there, they were painting it over the weekend, and the quietest place in my house is my closet, because what you guys hear in the back when I record at my house is the interference with my mic and my HVAC system, because it's right outside my window. So yeah, I'm in the closet. So it's like by any means necessary. Y'all were getting an episode by any means necessary. So if you hear any feedback this time, it's because I'm holding my mic, and I have to get used to the fact that I can't move my mic around all the time if I'm holding it. But I think I can cut that out with editing anyway. So let's jump right in to our weekly update today. This weekend was like get my life together weekend, okay? Like I did my hair, I washed clothes, I did my everything shower, I shaved my face. That's why later on in this episode, we're going to be talking about a couple things I've been loving recently. So we'll get into some products I have been using. Like literally, it's just like this weekend was like spring cleaning for my body, and it was nice. It was enjoyable. It was just a lot of fucking work. Doing my hair is a lot of work. So I did a quick weave. The hair I used, y'all, this shit feels so good. This hair looks bomb. Okay, so the past times I've done quick weave, and you know what? I would say, damn, no one clocked me on this, but I clocked myself. So you can't really clock me on something that I see myself, but I would take the lazy way out when it came to dyeing my bundles, because if you have dyed your hair continuously black your whole life, black bundles never really match. They never match like they say they're going to match. And so I would dye my bundles, but I would take the lazy way out. I wouldn't leave the dye on for that long. I did not do that this time. So these bundles are actually black. They actually match my hair. And so they look so good. Like, whew, yeah, it just looks so good. But this weekend made me realize something. Like, I need to do like a winter clean. You know how people do spring cleaning? I need to do winter cleaning. I have no hangers left, y'all. I have no hangers. I went to buy a dress at Kohl's Sunday. Yeah, I bought a dress on Sunday. And they were like, do you want the hangers? I bought 2. I was like, yes, please. Please give me those damn hangers, because I have no hangers left. And it's so bad. It's like overconsumption is like killing my life right now. So I need to go through my clothes. There's just clothes in here, especially for my last job where our wardrobe was like business professional, that I'll just never wear again. They're not my style. It's a lot of fluff in my closet from years of trying to find my style, and now I kind of have a good idea of what I like to wear, what I feel the most comfortable in, and I just need to get rid of everything else, because there's no reason why I shouldn't have any hangers. There's no reason why I shouldn't have any drawer space, like, and I wear the same 10-20 outfits all the time. Like, there's just no reason. So I just need to get that together, because it's like, girl, why you got so much clothes? And it just makes laundry day hell when you don't have hangers for your clothes and you're trying to like work around that. And like, I don't dry a lot of my clothes, so I also need to like hang dry them, but I don't have hangers, girl. I don't know why I'm telling y'all all my business, but that's just what I've been going through. And then I want to preface this whole episode with, if I sound like I'm talking weird, it's because my jaw has been killing me for the past week and a half. And so I feel like I have like a lisp now, because I'm trying to talk a certain way to not irritate my jaw. So I do apologize for that. But let's go ahead and get right into our trending topic. Y'all, I'm actually kind of glad this season's over. I'm over talking about this cast of Love is Blind. Like, after I didn't watch the full reunion, and I told myself that I would finish it today before recording, because the reason my recording's delayed till Monday is because I wanted to watch a reunion, but I just couldn't get through it. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. But my first trending topic about Love is Blind actually has to deal with, is another lawsuit against them, y'all. And I told you guys about the last one, so I was like, let me tell them about this. I just found this out. I used houstonpublicmedia.org to get information about this, but a couple of the commentator YouTube channels that I watch have talked about this too. So yeah, I'll talk about how I feel about the wedding episode and the reunion at the end of this, because I feel like this lawsuit shit's kind of juicy. Well, let me not. Oh my god, that's so bad. I shouldn't say juicy. Like, this girl went through a very traumatic experience, but it's just interesting, okay? Because I do want to see what comes out of this, because, you know, this is a very serious matter. So let's jump right into it. So Love is Blind participant Tran Dang, I really hope I'm saying her name correctly, filed a lawsuit against the filming companies and another participant, alleging that she was sexually assaulted and falsely imprisoned while on the set of season 5. Her claims are that they were confined to the walls of her room at the Royal Sonesta Houston Galleria Hotel while not on set, only being able to leave for 20-minute smoke breaks. She claims that contestants are under 24-hour surveillance, so when the sexual assault took place, producers should have stepped in. She also states they did not take any action when she reported the incident to them. Now, this has been said before that the producers take contestants' phone, wallets, passports. The passport thing is wild to me because that's security 101. They always tell you when you get a passport, don't let anyone take your passport from you. So that's always kind of crazy to me. Why are people signing okay to that in their contracts? I don't know. I don't like that. She has some claims. She has some of the same claims as the previous lawsuit that we talked about with Love is Blind, stating that they push alcoholic beverages with a lack of food and sleep. Jeremy Hartwell sued, saying they purposely created a stressful environment for contestants, which honestly makes a lot of sense because when you think about it, if you are in a very high stress situation, you are more likely to fall in love and find companionship in someone that you wouldn't normally find companionship in because you're just stressed. You're dang, I want someone that cares about me. I'm going through a lot. That would be it would just be a lot. It would be comforting to be okay, this person's going through it with me too. I can connect with them. I'm stressed. They're stressed. It makes sense that they're trying to create that environment for contestants. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it makes sense. It's it creates a trauma bond between the two people. These people in marriages are through Love is Blind are basically they're trauma bonded at this point, because of what they have went through together. So Aaliyah went home early after the Uche and Lydia situation, and now this kind of makes sense to me because I feel your mental state is just so broken that it's yes, I am gonna go home. I'm fucking stressed out. This bitch is in here. I want to go the fuck home. You pissed me off. She's pissed me off. I want to go the hell home. So it makes a lot of sense. But I will say the sexual assault thing is very insane. It's very crazy because it's you are under 24-hour surveillance. Someone is watching those cameras 24/7, and if not, you're rewatching them. I definitely need answers for that part of it. I need to I feel a lot of things happen and Love is Blind is in the news when it's on TV and people are watching it, but it's something like this. I feel we need to be keeping up with this. We need to know. We need to know as viewer what happens to this going forward because I feel we can't keep condoning unsafe working environments. It's a job. It's work. We can't keep being this is okay. They can treat these contestants however. There's also are we not reading contracts? Y'all don't have to sign contracts you don't read. You can ask to read a contract, okay? The cheapest thing you could probably do in a lawyer's office is having a lawyer go over a contract with you. So, and if you suggest that and want that, and then the people you're signing a contract with look at you crazy, you probably shouldn't be signing a contract with them, y'all. It's just one-on-one science, okay? 1 + 1. I say it every single episode. 1 + 1 = 2, okay? You don't have to sign a contract if you don't like the terms of the contract. Being on TV is not that hype, y'all, okay? So and like I said, this goes back to the passport thing because I've always heard don't let someone take your passport, don't let someone take your passport. I watch a lot of travel channels on YouTube, and their biggest stress point is when they're in an unfamiliar country and someone takes their passport because it's don't let someone take your passport. So I do think that's weird. I get it because then you have to go to Mexico and they have to make sure everyone has their passports, but it's you're a grown adult. If you can't keep up with your passport to go to Mexico, that's on you. That would be you violating your contract. You should not just be willingly you're already handing over your cell phone to these people. You shouldn't be willingly handing over your passport to anyone. But let's get into the wedding episode and the reunion. I'm gonna start with this couple because I don't want to talk about her anymore. I'm so over talking about Stacey. I made a TikTok about her today after we watched the reunion, and then after that I was I'm done. I cannot talk about Stacey any fucking more. Okay, she's stress me out. Well, she don't stress me out because I don't care that much, but she is stressful to watch. We'll start with the wedding episode. I knew that day the way Stacey was talking that she was not going to marry Izzy. And I knew the way Izzy was talking, he was 10 toes down, in it to win it. Stacey just didn't really seem excited for the wedding day. It didn't really seem that she, she was saying nice things about him. And also, can we all clock how that whole exotic comment was weird as fuck? Okay. I'm going to glaze over that. but that was weird. Like, I don't know, there just wasn't like this joy. Like when you watch Lydia's part, like Lydia is so excited to be there and be married. I'm not saying Lydia and Milton are like this all-star couple, but like you can just tell the difference than when Stacy is getting ready and going to marry him. I don't know. I think I'm trying to remember if she said this in the reunion, if like she didn't know to the last minute if they were going to get married or not, because I feel like, why did you let him walk down the aisle, say I do, just to say I don't? And then you kissed him. I don't know. It was all very weird. I'm like, girl, you could have saved him a little bit of the embarrassment. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I'm glad they did not get married. Okay. I don't agree with Stacey on a lot of things, but I do completely agree that her and Izzy could have worked probably from like starting from scratch, taking time to build the trust back up. Because if someone is like I will say, I do think that Stacey did not stress that finances were as important to her as they are in the pods, because there's just no way those two people would end up together in that sense. She needed to build her trust back up because she felt like it was violated after he lied or he didn't tell her the whole truth, and he couldn't respect that. And oh my God, his true colors. Well, I think we've seen his true colors all season, but like when he was like, that's what drunk one. Like, how are you already drunk, baby? You didn't get married. How are you already drunk? To be like, that's why you're 33 and single. I can give you things that 40-year-old men can't. And then on the reunion for them to be like, oh, we try to make it work. Well, I guess you hadn't watched the season yet to know that he said that, because girl, that was fucked up. Because it's like, okay, yeah, she may be 33 and still single, but y'all are both on the same TV show trying to find a significant other. So you cannot say that. And you were 10 toes down like 2 minutes ago. So I don't know what to tell you. But this goes into what I have to say about Stacey for the reunion. And I've said this in multiple TikToks. Whatever Johnny did in the pods is not as weird as how Stacey and Izzy have reacted towards Johnny. That it just, why do you have so much smoke for this girl? Izzy, you are just mad because you're like, dang, I'd probably be married right now if I would have married Johnny. Like if I would have went with Johnny. Stacey, you're just mad. I don't know why you're mad. But, and if we think about it, Johnny didn't say anything that was like that outrageous. She said it wasn't going to work, and it didn't work. She knew his credit score. She knew his financial woes, but you didn't, Stacey. And I think that's like what she's mad about, is I think Stacey didn't realize that Johnny and Izzy had gotten that close, because I think she thought like what Izzy says. It's like, oh, she loved me so much. She said all this and I didn't say that. And so it was kind of a wake up call when like the money situation came back around and Johnny was right. Because it's like, how do you still have smoke for this girl at the reunion? And I don't think what Johnny did was wrong when she had that side conversation with Chris about them two. If they hadn't seen each other or talked since the incident of like him dating someone else, did it make sense? Johnny's over it. Like, girl, Stacey, let it go. Let it go. Okay. I feel like, and then she made the argument that she got a villain edit. If you would have really gotten a villain edit, you would have sat on that couch and been like, you know what? Me and Johnny don't have to be friends. Like, it's water on the bridge. The season's over. Like, it doesn't matter. Me and Izzy didn't end up together. It's whatever, you know? Like, I feel like that would have showed actual growth and maturity, not still trying to hash out a problem that Johnny clearly does not give a fuck about. Okay? So, I don't know. But I will say I'm glad they didn't get married. I know that probably hurt Izzy and all that, but I think fundamentally they have different values. And I feel like too many times do people try to get married and fundamentally their values do not mix. Because if you're like, I'd rather cry in first class, and you're like, I'd rather be in love in a shack, those are two completely different fundamental values that two people can have. So that brings me to the couple who did get married. Izzy, oh my God, not Izzy, Jesus Christ, girl, oh my God, Lydia and Milton. So I said this to my friends a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Love is Blind. Lydia and Milton work, but I just don't think they work as Lydia and Milton. Like, their personalities work. I feel like give it another year and they're gonna really be feeling that age difference. Hey, on the reunion they seemed very happy. Milton's families came around. They went to Puerto Rico together and did a wedding ceremony down there. They seem happy. I will say Lydia probably is his mom 9 times out of 10. That's probably why his mom is like, cool, You can do it, okay? I don't have to go over to that boy's house to clean it anymore. You got it, okay? I don't know if that's happening. That's just a scenario I'm making up in my head. I feel like it oddly works, but did anyone else... I say this, I be asking all these questions, but y'all don't ever be giving me feedback. I'm just kidding, y'all. But sometimes when I ask questions on the podcast, I do feel like I'm asking myself this question because, like, who's going to immediately answer me? But that's a tangent for a different day. Does anyone else feel like Milton was being, like, overly, like, oh, I'm so in love. Oh, being married is great. It's like, I don't trust it. I don't think I trust it. You being a little too excited, okay? You a little too happy sitting on that couch. Little too happy. But I stopped it. Okay, so the whole Johnny and Stacey situation, like, I just didn't like how they were handling all that. I didn't like Vanessa. I feel like Vanessa was kind of like poking in a very what's the word I'm looking for, condescending way. And so I was like, I feel like they're gonna piss me off when Aaliyah comes out and Aaliyah has to tell her side and how she felt, and I feel like they're gonna upset me, so I can't watch anymore right now. From what I've seen on TikTok, YouTube, everyone kind of felt the same way, that they didn't really like the way they handled the Aaliyah Uche situation, like talking about it. Apparently Lydia never apologized, which, I mean, I don't think she needs an exact apology, but I do think she could stand to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I pressed things that you didn't want to hear, you didn't want to know. She could definitely have done that, but I don't know. It's so funny though. Uche all seasons was like, I got receipts. But you ain't come to the reunion. You had all them damn receipts, but you couldn't come to the reunion. And another thing also with Stacey, to go back to that, when she's like, so many cast members know and why has not one person stood up and be like, yeah, Johnny was talking hella shit? Ain't nobody said nothing. She damn sure posted him on her Instagram story though and was like, y'all can back me up. I don't know. Izzy reposted it, but it's like, of course, okay? Like, I don't know. I just feel like if that many people knew Johnny was talking shit, or if they knew, I wish, okay, this goes back, like, so Jessie Wu, she is a YouTuber. Love her content. She's worked on like Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's done a lot of for like reality TV, regular TV, stuff like that. She did an interview with Miriam. Miriam had connections. She had people she liked. She almost got engaged, the whole 9 yards, okay? And she asked Miriam, she's like, does it feel like when you're talking to these guys, they do the, little questions to figure out your ethnicity and then stop talking to you? And she spilled the tea and she was like, a black woman actually went home because all these guys she had talked to was like, nope, I'm not interested. Because you can tell, they can like tell their producers who they want to talk to and like stuff like that, who they're not interested in and all this. And she was like, it was very hard on her, so she went home, which is crazy to me. And I think this reunion wasn't as good because there wasn't as many people. And I feel like if not everyone's getting engaged, at least bring people back for the reunion. It's like Netflix wants to keep a lot of secrets when it comes to Love is Blind, and I feel like that doesn't help because you have all these damn lawsuits against you. So I don't know. I didn't watch the last 2 seasons 3 and 4, so I would have to really think about if I'm gonna watch season 6. I mean, I probably will, but I think they need a different structure. I think they need new hosts. I think Netflix just needs to do it a little bit better come season 6. But what next show should I watch? So all my favorite YouTube commentators are watching Love is Blind UK. Not Love is Blind UK. They're watching Married at First Sight UK, the latest season, and they say it's like real crazy. But where are people watching that at? Like, I need some, what are we watching together again so I can commentate on it for you guys? If you're watching something good, please tell me. And before we get into the meat and potatoes of this week's episode, I want to come on here just to say, guys, just remember to rate, like, download, go follow the Instagram. I need to start saying this like halfway through the episode, so if you don't listen all the way to the end, you hear my spiel. But let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this week's episode. You guys know how people say, I girl boss too hard and now I have a job that I don't think I'm 100% qualified for. That's me right now. But I healed too much and now I can't find a man. No, that's not 100% it. I don't think First and foremost, I want to start this by saying I am not pressed to be in a relationship, okay? I'm not pressed. I'm not looking for that, okay? I have restarted my celibacy journey because, it's been 100+ days. I might as well just call it a celibacy journey at this point. I'm not pressed, okay? I'm not pressed to find a man. I'm not pressed to be in a relationship. But I feel like as a 29-year-old, almost 30-year-old, I should be dating. And I know I have probably said this in so many podcast episodes, but I should be dating. Like, girl, I should be having a good, fun little time. And why am I not having a good, fun little time? Okay, nothing about what I'm going through right now is fun. I think it's because, okay, y'all know, okay, and most of y'all hate this, but I'm friends with my ex and we talk. We have a very close relationship. That man won't shit to me, okay, but now he is a good guy and I can tell him a lot of things. And I was basically like, it's not the relationship, it's the like forms of intimacy, like just the non like sexual forms of intimacy. Hold my hand, rub my back, kiss my forehead, okay? It will always be, like I said, like someone choosing to grow with you as a person. I don't need a man, okay? I don't need a relationship. I know the universe is telling me to focus on like what I have going on and like pay attention to that, and like because I'm really trying to, like I said, by any means necessary on this podcast, and like really trying to grind and really trying to like, you know, feet to the pavement and get to where I want to be. Like I have a dead set goal for 2025 and I need to be there, like, and I need to be doing this. I know that's where my focus needs to be, but it's like I can't go get fun little drinks with a good looking man. I can't go have dinner with a good looking man. I feel like I should be able to do that. I deserve that. Okay, I have been single long enough. 2 years, almost 3. Next July will be 3 years single, and I've gone on 1 date in those 3 years. No, sorry. I've gone on 2 dates in almost 3 years of being single. Girls who are not single go on more dates. Men that are not their men. Men who are not single go on more dates than that with women who are not their woman. When is the universe gonna start busting me for being a good person? But it's like, okay, and here's my thing too, because I think a lot of people would be like, well, you're friends with your ex, you're never gonna find your man being friends with your ex. I truly wholeheartedly believe in like a time for everything. Everything is time. The universe is going to bring you what you need. Everything happens for a reason. I don't think the universe is going to withhold my soulmate over some man I choose to text. Okay, I also don't think that. This is a big one I want to stress. If you are healing and you are working on yourself, the universe is not going to withhold your soulmate until you get to a certain point. If it is meant to be, it's going to be. You will find that person. It'll happen. Like, you don't have to be to this magical point in your life and God's going to be like, okay, now you can have this. Boom. And he drops out of a tree somewhere. That's not how this works. There's so many stories and videos of people explaining how they met the love of their lives. And it was when I least expected. I was in the shittiest spot in my world, but this person pushed me to get to where I'm at now, or whatever. There's never a magical good time for anything. And so you just kind of have to roll with the punches. If I were to meet the love of my life right now, you know what the universe would be teaching me? That you cannot go tunnel vision while you're in a relationship. You need to be able to balance work, friends, relationship, podcast, and still be able to do it all. You can't go tunnel vision, because I have a bad habit of going tunnel vision. I have a bad habit cutting off communication because apparently I cannot communicate and keep up with the things in my life. And so the universe would probably be teaching me that you can do it all and you can make time for it all. You just have to learn how to time manage. And so that would be my lesson in like better communication skills for when you're busy and going through shit and your head's underwater. I'm not going to magically learn all these things and be better at these things, and then God's gonna drop my soulmate from the middle of the sky. I'm gonna have to work on it. So if you are feeling that like right now, don't be discouraged by that. Like, don't feel like, damn, like I have to get to this magical spot that I feel is so unattainable or so far away to find this person, because you don't. They're probably honestly right around the corner. We just don't know it yet. So that's like what's been going on in my life right now. That's what I'm talking about in this episode. It's just like what I've been experiencing. And the next thing is the winter uglies. I know we're not in winter yet, but I feel like I'll always get the winter uglies. I get the winter uglies bad, but it's because it's like, I feel like, oh, it's cold outside. I want to like take care of myself. I don't want to like look good for myself. And it's like, I have to stop that. Okay, girl, we're not getting the winter uglies. I cannot. Doing my hair on Saturday helped me so much, because I was like, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like I look good. And I'm like, I just have to fight back. Like, I've been trying to find like cute winter clothes, like, because I don't get seasonal depression. I get the winter uglies where I'm just like, it's cold. I'm ugly. I hate jackets. I hate wearing jackets. It's just like, that is what brings me down. Like, the winter uglies is like what gives me like quote unquote seasonal depression. But it's just because I feel ugly because it's cold outside. I will say the one thing, it's like I do tend to wear a little bit more makeup in the wintertime because, you know, you're not sweating it off. But it's like, I still got the winter uglies because I'm cold and I don't know what to wear or what shoes to wear. Shoes in the wintertime? What shoes do you wear in the wintertime? I don't know, okay? And this, I mean, I've gotten some new shoes, but it's like, what shoes do you wear in the wintertime? that adds to it. What jackets are we wearing? Like, this is why I get the winter uglies, because I don't know this. And so I'm trying to like fight it early and just be like, okay, let me get my sweaters. Let me get a jacket. Let me get some shoes like that I like, because let me get jeans, pants. Pants are a big thing, because I cannot get the winter uglies this year. I refuse, because I feel like what happens is, and the reason I'm not the biggest summer person is because I get the winter ugly so bad that it takes me so much longer to like tap into like summer and summer clothes and going out in the summertime, because I've just felt ugly for like 4 months. And I've just let it spiral. But I'm not doing that this year. And I have a couple beauty products in this list. I just want to talk about a few things I have been loving lately, and have a few beauty products that do kind of help. Here I have 7 things that I have just been absolutely loving recently, and I wanted to share with you guys. So the first is, this was my birthday present from my parent. I got the UGG Classic Mini Platforms in black. So these are not the like super low ones. This one comes up to like just a little bit above my ankle. They have the really thick big platform on it, so I get like 2.5 inches, and I love it because I'm not tall and it makes me feel tall. And I think it's a cute new shoe to like style and be like worn really cute. I have a pair of short gray Uggs, like regular ones, that those are going to be like more my throw-in shoe, but these ones, they're the UGG plush, so they're waterproof. They got the like memory foam. They're super nice. I just think it's going to be a good winter shoe, and I'm just loving it. They're so comfortable and warm to wear today. The platform a little tricky, okay? You gotta be a little careful, 'cause your ankle will go one way, but it's so cute. And today I wore them with another thing that I have been loving, which is the Wild Fable flared sweatpants. So they have pockets. They're super soft. They're thick enough to be warm, but they're also thin enough to where you're not hot. And they're flared leg sweatpants, so they look really cute with like the platform Uggs. I got a pair of like cute tennis shoes. I got these in the Wild Fable section. Universal Thread has a pair of them too that I want to go back and get, that are a little bit thicker than the Wild Fable ones, and I got mine in a size large, and they fit. No, mine are in a size extra large, and they're like perfectly like kind of oversized but still fit kind of like good in the butt. But I think it's like a great sweatpant for in the winter time or in the like fall time, because you don't really look like you're wearing a sweatpant. You can dress it up the right way to where you don't really look like you're wearing a sweatpant. Another thing I have been loving, and this is perfect if you suffer from like dry skin in the wintertime, is the Tree Hut shave oil and vanilla. I probably wouldn't ever get any of the other scents just because I have sensitive skin, and vanilla seems to be pretty good. I usually don't have any issues, but this is like shave oil. It doesn't lather anything when you put on your legs when you shave, but you get such a close shave. Your legs are so moisturized. It smells so good. Like I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I put that oil all over my body once I get done in the shower because it just smells so good, and it's a smell that lasts, and you're so moisturized afterwards. I didn't think I was gonna like it. Well, one, I'm always nervous with Tree Hut products because they are very heavily fragranced, and I don't do well with that, but this is it's beautiful. Right into the next one is the Be Frenchy brand in Target. I think it's by Ashley Tisdale, her brand in Target, and I just got their Glow On Roll perfume oil. I got Solar Fleur. Y'all, that shit smells so fucking good. So good. It's a roll on body oil, so it's like kind of like, roll on perfume, but it's a little bit thicker. So last night when I took my shower, I used my favorite EOS vanilla cashmere lotion and like kind of put some of that in it, and those two together smelled so good, y'all. So good. I think it's a perfect winter scent because it is kind of like on the very heavy sweet side. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. I love this. And it was kind of I am a vanilla girl. As you can see, I am like, I love it. All my scents are very vanilla based. They have this one in vanilla, but I like the Solar Fleur more. I feel like it just had more of a scent to it. If you were a child of a black woman who used grease in your hair, it kind of has that like old school hair grease smell to it that I absolutely love. So that one, I have used it every single day since I got it. I don't know how to say this brand name. I think it's Avene. Avene. They're cold cream nourishing lip balm. Y'all, this is a $14 lip balm, but that shit That shit is too good. Okay, it is too good. I swear by it. And I feel like for this fall, winter time when it gets really cold, it's going to be amazing. I usually do not spend a lot of money on small stuff like that, but I cannot say enough good things about this cold cream. It is, it's so soft. It's so nourishing on the lips. I think it's like truly hydrating. The next one is kind of like, let me jump to my last one first and then go back because it was like a complete change in topics. A makeup item that I've been really loving. If you don't know, I don't ever wear foundation. I use the e.l.f. Liquid Glow stuff, and then I just use concealer. And so the concealer I have been loving, I have two shades. I have a dark shade and a light shade, and I kind of like mix them to get my perfect color. It's the Maybelline Superstay Concealer, the 30-hour one. Y'all, it looks so good. It sets beautifully. I use the Patrick Star one size powder to set it. I just got the Essence Brightening Banana Powder that everyone talks about, so I will update you guys on that powder to see how it works with that. But the concealer, the Maybelline Superstay Concealer, it's the 30-hour one in the white tube. So good. It looks so good under the eye. I haven't had any issues with creasing. I've came home and my makeup still looks so flawless. Like, I mean, I do use the one size powder, and that is a bomb-ass powder. I think I've told you guys about that before, but I think the concealer being good also helps. And so the last thing that I have been loving, okay, I just want to say this. Just because something has amber, saffron, and jasmine in the notes doesn't mean it smells like Baccarat Rouge, okay? So many people will tell you that. So many people say that. I got the candle from Walmart. It's called Amber and Saffron. It's in a red candle thing. I think the idea is that it's supposed to smell like Baccarat Rouge. It smells really good. I think Baccarat Rouge has a very distinct smell that no one will ever be able to duplicate. That candle smells good though. I think it's such a different smell to have in your house, and I really enjoy it. It fills the room. It's from Walmart, so it was not expensive at all, and it's a huge candle. I got it like a month or two ago, and I haven't gone through it yet. So good. It's by Walmart's like candle brand, the Better Homes or something like that. I don't know. It's all the same out. It's in a red thing. It's called Amber Saffron, and it smells delicious. So that is what I've been loving lately. I just want to kind of like update you guys on my life this episode, and that includes like my dating struggles, winter uglies, and what the things I have been using lately. So let's go ahead and jump into the song of the week. It took me a minute to find a song of the week for this week, but then I was like, I can't believe I have never done a song of the week by this artist, and I love their music. So I was like, of course this is my song of the week. The featuring artist on the song, when he's like really singing, I just love anything that he does it on. So the song of the week is One Way by Black, featuring T-Pain. Black as in like 6 lakh. That's what people say, but it's Black. This song, it's like a bonus song on the album Free Black, and it's him and T-Pain, and it's T-Pain singing, like no autotune or very slight autotune singing. It's just, like I said, anytime where I can hear T-Pain sing and like hit notes, I love it. I love Black as an artist. I love his vibe. I always enjoy his music, and this song I can listen to it anytime, any place, and it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful song, and it kind of goes because it's clearly about dating and like them sending a ticket for someone to come see them, like, why haven't you came and see me? So I thought it fit with today's episode. So yeah, that is the song of the week, One Way by Black featuring T-Pain. And as always, I'm going to tell you guys where you can find me. So the podcast Instagram is istm.podcast. All my socials are just Deidra with a couple extra A's, DeaDraAAA. That's Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. So as always, I love you guys, and I will see you next week.